Brittany Cartwright's marriage to Jax Taylor began like a dream, a whirlwind romance, captured by reality TV cameras, a lavish wedding, a beautiful home, and the arrival of their son, Cruz, to the outside world. It looked like they were living the perfect life, but behind closed doors, cracks had begun to form. Jax's temper, his financial recklessness, and his manipulative behavior were slowly eroding the foundation of their relationship. As Brittany struggled to hold everything together, Jax's lies started to pile up, each one more damaging than the last. The breaking point came when Jax dropped a bombshell. He claimed their home was facing foreclosure. He emailed Brittany with a terrifying warning. The house was in jeopardy. Their credit was at risk, and everything they had worked for could be lost. The house wasn't just a home, it was their sanctuary, the place where they were raising Cruz. Brittany was blindsided. She hadn't even known how bad their financial situation had gotten. Over time, Jax had racked up more than $1.2 million in unpaid taxes. Their once manageable mortgage payment had doubled to an impossible $17,000 a month. And now, Jax was using this looming financial disaster as leverage, manipulating Brittany with fear and uncertainty. But that wasn't the only betrayal Brittany faced. Around the same time, she discovered that Jax had lied about an urgent care visit. He told both her and his assistant that he was receiving medical treatment, but his therapist later confessed that the entire story had been fabricated. Jax was never at urgent care. Instead, he had once again manipulated the situation to hide his actions, leaving Brittany confused, hurt, and wondering what else he might be hiding. The trust between them, already hanging by a thread, completely snapped, on top of the lies and the mounting debt. Jax's behavior at home had become unbearable. His anger would erupt into violent outbursts, throwing furniture, punching walls, and shouting in fits of rage. Brittany became the target of obsessive accusations whenever she stepped out of the house. Jax would bombard her with text messages, accusing her of partying or drinking, even when she was simply visiting friends. At one point, Brittany and even her castmates began to suspect that Jax had bugged their home to listen in on her private conversations while he was away at rehab. The constant surveillance, emotional manipulation, and explosive anger made the marriage toxic and frightening. When Jax finally entered rehab, Brittany hoped it might lead to real change. But even after he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, PTSD, narcissistic personality disorder, and cocaine addiction, she knew deep down that she could no longer sacrifice her own well-being and her son's stability. Before Jax even returned from rehab, Brittany quietly met with a divorce attorney.